plant also has an impressive superpower where it can actually produce its own nitrogen. Now, this might be one of the prettiest bean plants you'll ever find. We are on yet another slope on the banks of the Chesapeake Bay, and we find yet another invasive species whose cost-to-reward ratio is in a perilous balance. This is the purple crown vetch, an extremely aggressive perennial plant that takes over the many steep slopes and patches of poor soil that line the Chesapeake Bay. Now, these plants were brought over from Europe and Asia in the 1800s, and their aggressive creeping vine-like appendages actually move over other plants and crowd them out, using them as a support structure and eventually killing them off by blocking out the sunlight. So unlike many crops in America that suck nitrogen up out of the soil, this plant actually sucks nitrogen out of the atmosphere, absorbs it through its roots, and diffuses it back into the soil, which is why in many parts of the country this is a popular cover crop, being planted in the non-growing season to prevent erosion and re-nourish the soil. And that brings us to our second benefit, which is that this is one of the most beneficial plants for preventing erosion. This plant has an extremely strong root system, and its spread out vines and flowers actually protect the soil from harsh rain. There's a pretty common theme out here, especially on the more industrialized sections of the bay, usually close to the